I don't like it.
You know, why?
It's loud, obnoxious, and on my nerves.
Whole
The
thing.
girls on this show we got to talk about.
Oh, those girls, huh? They obnoxious to you?
Loud, obnoxious, and on my nerves.
Well, we gonna pray for them.
It ain't gonna work.
What we gonna do first? We gonna pray. Father God, Lord Jesus. So, you gonna welcome us to the show this week? I did last week. Welcome to Petty and Particular. She's petty. I'm particular. And that's how we're gonna do it today. So this week we're going to talk about, like we did last week, Real Housewives of Potomac. They did some stuff. And we're going to chat about it. Welcome to our show.
Yep. So this week on the Real Housewives of the Isle of Patmos, they go out to, what is it, Chesapeake Bay?
Yes.
Is that in Virginia? I don't think I've
it ought to be close. You know, all that up there, you know, I don't know that area good.
I gotta Google it. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Chesapeake.
I'm trying to see.
It's spelled stupid too.
You don't like how it's spelled?
I don't. And what is a bay?
A bay is like a bathtub for the ocean.
Why not just
off the water? It's a little piece off the water.
But it is water, so how is off the water?
Well, it's like a little pond that opens up to the ocean.
So why we don't just call it a pond?
Because we want to call it a bay.
I don't. So how about that?
I can't know. I can't tell you what to call it.
So the heifers is going to the bay. Let's just start with the heifers, the real heifers of the show. Giselle.
That's my girl.
Why?
Because she's pretty.
That's literally the only reason. And when I first started reviewing the show back in season 2, I told everybody, I'm going to let her slide and I'm going to let Robin slide because they're pretty. That's how I do. I don't mean to be that way, but I know that's my personal flaw. At this point, I'm through letting them slide. It's been several seasons. And
yeah, I think it was in 6. We season 6 now, I think.
We're on season 6.
Yeah.
They're not that pretty no more. They on my nerves.
Okay. They doing stuff. I got to give it to them when they doing stuff. They doing stuff.
So Giselle decides that she doesn't want to go on this trip because she doesn't like how the invitation was given. Now, mind you, literally the week before, she sent out invitations to haters and friends or whatever.
Well, you know, they hate us and friends.
So you can give out a tacky invitation, but when somebody else gives out a tacky invitation, you don't like it and you're not going. No.
Okay.
Jail. And then Robin not going because her wife not going.
Oh, Lord. I listened to so much stuff today and they alluded to some foolishness like that. I was like,
because there's no other.
I'm not in it.
There's no other logical explanation for this semi-butch woman to be following after this other woman the way she is. There's no logical explanation aside from the fact that she's
friends
in love. Okay.
She told her friend off last week a little bit, just a little.
She did. No, she did. They told us she told her off, but we ain't see it.
Well, they had to tell her.
No.
That she had to let them people pee.
They made it up.
In case it was, you know, they had to make the people, let the people pee.
They made up the whole argument for a storyline.
No.
Yeah. Anyway.
Way.
So Robin decided she's not going because she can't go nowhere without Giselle. Just can't. Even though it's a couple's trip. Juan ain't going, period. Juan don't want to be nowhere.
He don't want to be bothered with that.
He want to go to
the be on the show.
Go to the basketball court, and then he want to go home, wherever home may be, because I don't think he lived with Robin. I really don't.
Why you putting the man out?
I'm not putting him out. We don't
he
see
just
him.
Bought her a brand new ring, a new ring.
I think that's for TV as well, because every time
I need to get on TV. I want a new ring.
Okay, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay. Every time we see Robin in the bed, she in a single individual bed by herself. The other side of the bed has not been unmade. They're not sleeping in the same bed together. Every time we see him, he fully clothed, walking around the house like he just.
People see his parts. Them camera people.
It's because he does not live there.
I never noticed that the bed was like made up on one side or something.
It's a single person's bed. Not me, because I sleep all over the bed, but that's just me.
I like the middle.
Yeah, get you a good sprawl.
We had that COVID situation, and I was like, husband, man, I'm in the middle of the bed. I didn't have COVID. He just was gone for 14 days because I left the city. And I slept in the middle. It was fun.
To you. So anyway, let's just get to the event, because there wasn't nothing prior to the event really, aside from we saw Robin cutting her son's toenails, and we saw Giselle picking up a piece of trash out the middle of her kitchen floor.
So these scenes were for what? To show you they did real people stuff?
To show you that they were not preparing to go on the trip.
Well, I mean, but your son's toenails need cutting anyway.
Yeah, irregardless of what transpired.
Whether you go on a trip or not, is the child's toes need to be trimmed up.
But here's the thing. They are 13 and 11, and they should be able to cut their own toenails by now.
Yeah, just like you cut yours by then.
Period. Just like they wake up for school without their mama get up. Mm-hmm. So we just seeing Robin baby these boys. This is why men aren't any good today. Because their mamas baby them and cut their toenails, and they 13 years old. Cut your own toenails, and if you start bleeding, you'll know better next time. Anyway, let's get on.
Use your allowance and go down to the pedicurist and have them cut your toenails.
Period. But you know, them kids probably don't get allowance because Robin and Juan broke. But so we see
building a nice new house. I'm just saying.
I hear you. And I'm gonna let you say it. Mm-hmm. We see Karen and Ray again. I don't particularly have to see Karen and Ray. They all right, but it's just like watching your grandparents shuffle around.
Ray ought to be a good age. And, you know, a good age ain't no problem. Because, you know, we get to be real old over in my family.
Let me look him up.
But he's starting to move old.
He been moving old.
I guess I wasn't paying him any attention. So I'm trying to work on my old move, so I won't move too old. I was watching my family last weekend, and some of my cousins, they're moving old, and I'm gonna try to hold off on moving old for a minute. That's what I'm gonna do.
It's your business. Ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't see how old Ray is.
Right here, they ain't tell you.
If they told me, I would tell you, wouldn't
Because I was trying to see this. It say age right there. Does it say when they get into it?
I? He's 17 years older than Karen.
She 58.
No, Karen is 58.
That's what I'm saying. Karen is 58.
Oh, I thought she said he 58.
He was born in 46, so he's older than my mother.
But by mere moments.
Yeah.
And your
Almost.
mama don't walk around like that.
No, she don't. Because she cute.
I don't understand. Yo, granddaddy don't walk around like Ray do.
Yeah. Well, you know, my granddaddy, he think he cute. So he ain't having it.
He's not. Anyway.
He's cute. My papa cute.
So anyway, we see Karen and Ray, and Ray is bringing down Karen's bags. We find out that Ray will be going on the trip tomorrow, not today. I didn't understand why.
Because isn't he like technically retired or something?
He should be if he ain't. But anyway.
Solutions International is his company. Would you have meetings today? What is happening?
He's not doing anything.
Say what?
He probably just didn't want to be involved in the foolishness that he knew was about to go on.
It's gonna jump off. It was some jumping off.
I got a lot to say about it. We'll get there.
Okay.
So we see Ray, he carrying Karen's bags down to the car. Ashley comes over, they get ready to ride over together. Ashley got a full-size wall photograph of her family.
Full size. This is not your wallet size.
Like, girl, what are we doing? Why are you walking around with this?
Because she misses them.
And she could have stayed at home.
She misses them.
But one thing about Ashley, she gonna take that baby and carry him all over town. Cause she went to Robin House this week and ate some charcuterie. What you call it? What's the thing I don't like? Celery. She sat around eating celery.
That's not a part of my charcuterie.
And like, girl, why are you carrying this baby? He's 7 weeks old. We are in a pants denim, and you walking around carrying this baby here and there.
Well, we say here and yon.
I didn't say that.
That's what I'm saying.
It just didn't make no sense to me. So the baby over at Robin's house, he looking at Robin trying to figure out, what is this? Why am I not at home? Because he looked very confused. He looked as confused as I looked, trying to figure out, why is Ashley carrying this baby all over town?
She doesn't want to be without him, but she wants to work.
That's what I don't understand. These women are supposed to be rich. Why are you working so hard to work and you rich?
Well, somebody said they weren't rich.
I believe it. Because there ain't no reason why this 7-week-old baby should have been to all these places. That baby been more places than I've been in the pandemic.
Let's see. Now, because even now, regular people, I think you get off 8 weeks now for babies. I don't know. I ain't had one in a minute. But you can get off for a couple months. I know, for babies.
But we had to watch the baby be born this season. We watched the baby doodle on everybody this season.
I mean, the baby got to go. If y'all in the way. That's all I got to say.
Ashley's whole storyline is here go her baby taking a dookie. Like, okay.
The baby regular, because we don't want to have to watch doctor's visits for baby not being regular.
I don't care. As long as the baby is healthy.
The K-Ro syrup and all the little suppositories and things. Baby don't have to do that because he go to the bathroom regularly.
And we're glad about it. But we don't have to know about it. I think we all would assume that the baby is regular unless told otherwise. Give us a quick little glimpse, this my baby, and then go about your day or don't be on the show. Carrying this baby to and fro like this got my nerves.
You don't want to carry a baby to and fro?
I don't. That baby need to be at home.
Why? The baby is bored.
The baby gonna be bored irregardless. The baby was bored looking at Robin at her house.
They didn't have no baby charcuterie?
They didn't. And they should have.
Yeah.
Flavored breast milks or something for the baby. The baby just sitting there looking, lean back. Ashley wasn't holding his head good. It was just on my nerves. Every bit of it.
Oh, Lord. Now, the thing that got me in that scene was, why did they keep showing the picture of Robin's old tea kettle?
Because they want y'all to know Robin ain't got no money to buy a new refreshed tea kettle.
It's a tea kettle. Why do we keep taking the camera to this tea kettle?
Because they want y'all to know she's raggedy.
You know, I'm a little bougie. I probably would have had the tea kettle changed out.
Because you're not raggedy.
Yeah, because, you know.
It's very simple. The answer is right before you.
Okay.
So anyway, we saw Ashley carry this baby to and fro. I thought she was going to take the baby with her on the trip. Wide as this kid.
I'm surprised too, but she said, like, if she can't keep him regular, what's her husband's name? Mike. Mike gonna keep him. Somebody gonna keep him from of his parents. But y'all got a nanny.
Yep.
Okay.
Anyway, at some point we see Mia talking to her husband G about the trip, and she says something about Candace's trip, and she says, not trip, music video. And she says, you remember I told you about the music video? And G did something I liked. The only thing in this episode he did that I liked was he showed that he had actually listened to her conversation, because she said, you remember I told you about Candace's music video? He responded, yeah, the one in the parking lot, which let me know that he listens when she speaks.
Actually heard. Mm-hmm.
I like that. And they talk a little bit about it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, long story short, let's get to the bay. We get there. Wendy and Eddie, of course, get there first. They're hosting.
Right, they're hosts, yeah.
And then Mia and G get there, and they start taking shots.
This is already, in my mind, a bad thing. To walk in the door taking shots. I mean, I guess, I ain't never been no party.
But that's pretty standard. That's what folks do.
Is it? Because, over here in Holiness, we don't do that.
But they're not in Holiness.
I'm going to need them to come over.
They're not.
The feast of the Lord is going on. Come on over.
I mean, but you in Holiness, you know that as soon as y'all get together, y'all breaking out the blessed oil. It's the same thing.
Or a piece of chicken. Girl, where the drumettes?
It's the same thing. Y'all just, beginning your event, you're breaking bread, you're having a good time. Mm-hmm. So they start taking shots. Okay. Candace and Chris get there next, and they take it. Right. At this point, Mia's husband, G, Gordon, is fully drunk.
Or he may, I've seen like, well, they didn't show just a lot. So there had to be more drinking going on, because he ought to be regular drinker. Now, I could probably go out on one shot since I don't have any experience here. But people who drink regularly ought to be able to hold a little bit, right?
Well, you're assuming he drinks regularly. Ain't nobody told you that. You just made that up in your mind.
Facts. But whatever it was, he was very comfortable.
He was too comfortable. And I'm not the type of girl that likes to be around that kind of thing.
Not from my man. I mean, not from anybody's man, but especially not from mine.
Not period. I'm talking about even as like Wendy and Candace watching this go on. I wouldn't have wanted to be a part of that.
Yeah, Wendy seemed uncomfortable.
Wendy looked exactly like I would have looked. Exactly like that. Because, this man starts simulating sex. He starts sticking his tongue out, growling, and carrying on.
But you just meeting these people.
And you're 68 years old. I don't want to be a part of that. But he did say when he was talking to his wife before they went on the trip that he was gonna have him a good time. So congratulations to him, I guess. So he doing all of this. Escala and her husband come in. We finally meet her husband, who is a gigantic man.
He's very tall, and she's little, so he looks even bigger.
Congratulations to her. I've always wanted a gigantic
man. They got some out there real powerful. So you need him to be over 6'4", 6'4" and up.
6'4" and up, I prefer, but I'll take 6'2", 6'3".
Okay.
Anyway,
out in the universe.
Gotta have these sense.
Please, because I don't want to have to crawl up no big old man and beat him up.
You just trip them and bring them down to your height.
Yeah. You know, I always told you as you got taller than me, I was going to go for the belly. Just to start, you know.
You really thought you ate that?
I did. It was wonderful.
Anyway.
Go for his belly.
Anyway, excuse me, I'm feeling a little under the weather throat-wise, and I don't know. But
I'm coming back this way off my migraine.
And we thank God for it.
Woo-hoo, we do. It was bad.
But not Mia, Escala and her husband, whose name was it Dre?
Yes.
Dre. They come and, they just come in the middle of pure foolishness. So at this point, Candace is saying all this little slick stuff about Mia. Like Mia was saying something about how she's a big girl, like because she's tall. She's tall and she just kind of is a larger woman.
She's a big girl, but she's not fat or anything. She's just a tall girl.
Right. So she said something about that, and Candace over there, yes, you are. And just all this little slick stuff.
My problem with Candace is she can't argue without degrading you. She can't just say, I don't like something. With your so-and-so, whatever she gonna call you. Yeah. Why can't you just say, girl, I don't like this?
And it's unfortunate for her because
she's got to tear.
One day she's going to run up on somebody like me who's going to just every bit of her I will take down.
And I understand her a little bit better because I noticed that her birthday is 1 week before mine. And I work very hard not to be the type of shady Candace is. Oh, she don't understand that that's not the best way to win friends and influence people. Okay. Because ain't nobody gonna want to deal with you in certain arenas when you just pop off. You pop too much.
She just has to meet me. Because I would have started at her shiny eyebrows. Why your eyebrows shiny?
Oh Lord.
Why your makeup look like that?
And whoever does her actual eyes are good, but the eyebrows have been too big lately when she comes to the confessional or whatever it is these days. Eyebrows are too big, and then she had the lips done, to make them more voluptuous, but you had the big old eyebrows and big old lips, you are hair off kabuki. Now, they have a point, but is that what you trying to do?
I would eat Candace up. Anyway, so she's saying all this little slick stuff, and Mia is letting it slide.
She is.
She's not, because the moment you say something slick to me, I'm eating you up. But Mia was like, okay, whatever. But she kept saying stuff. So anyway, a scholar gets there and they go off into a different area with Wendy, and they're talking. I forgot to mention earlier in the episode, we see Candace explaining to Chris what she said to Mia prior. And she said, she's talking about how she said that her mama is low budget. Candace knows about that girl's mama. I believe in my heart of hearts, she knows what she's saying when she says.
She keeps digging about it.
Number one, we've never ever heard her say your mama. That's no
right.
Number two is when she's explaining to Chris, and I said this about her mama being low budget. Chris said, I wonder why she would feel bad about that, in a way that let me know that they already know about that girl mama. They already know about her mama and her situation with her mom. It was so ugly.
It's ugly.
It's ugly because she already knows. And then she talks about how she did the you're a projector and you're projecting, and she did the little hand thing. And it was just like, okay.
And she's got to do the hand thing.
That's a weak read. That's a weak and dated read. Because number one, a projector projects it doesn't project this way. It projects straight onto the wall. It's not a up and over, whatever. Anyway, it's a weak and dated. I don't have time to explain projectors.
Work it out, ma'am. Work it out.
She's talking about an overhead projector anyway. She's dating herself. It's just ugly. It's ugly, weak, and dated. And nobody has time. And if somebody gave her that read, like, please. She bought that from a homosexual. Anyway,
who can deliver it better?
Maybe. It depends on the homosexual.
Well, I'm gonna give it to them if they can deliver it better, whoever it is.
Okay.
Person.
So we're back at the Bay. They're in this room and they're talking, and Candace is talking about how because G told Mia to shut the F up at some point. It was weird because he gave her the phone and told everybody, look at this about a G-Wagon. They about to have an anniversary. He done bought her a car. Okay, yippee. You didn't have to involve everybody in that. That was weird. And then she starts asking questions because you gave her the phone. And he tells her to shut the F up. It was odd.
It was highly odd. And I was like Wendy on that. You're not gonna tell me that. I'm Candace. I'm with Candace on it too. You're not gonna tell me that, first of all. Second of all, you're not gonna tell me that in front of people. And it go well.
It's a lot of stuff that I wouldn't allow G to do in front of people or with just us, and it go well. But that's not my husband.
This wouldn't go well.
That's not my husband. He was not made for me. So they're off in a corner. Mia, Ascala, and Wendy are off in a room talking about this, how G told her to shut it up and all of this. And Wendy is getting ready to break the news basically to Candace about Mia's mother, which I find a little odd because have you gotten permission from Mia to
do that, right?
To tell this girl's personal
her whole business.
Like that's, to me, I wouldn't do that. But Wendy,
no, not without a conversation. And I mean, that's her business to tell. Because I've been in situations with friends and they're like, but you knew? Not my business to tell.
Right. The amount of things that
you ain't tell us.
I know so many things.
Calling my name. Huh?
I know so many things that aren't my business.
It's not my business.
Period.
And if they're doing stuff illegal or ungodly, I'd be like, Hail Mary. I'm not even Catholic.
But it's still not my business.
It's not my business to tell it.
Anyway, so they're having this conversation. Wendy is getting ready to tell this woman's business, which is kind of a strike two situation for me with Wendy, because you done went up to Candace and told her at the
last episode.
A couple episodes back at the music video shoot.
At the music.
And
I guess for me, it wasn't that she told her, it was when she told her.
Right.
That was the problem.
So Wendy, to me, her timing is a little questionable.
And I know you, I mean, I would want my friend to tell me, but not then.
I guess.
Call me a couple of days, girl. You know that girl was down there acting a monkey fool.
I wouldn't care, but I don't care.
While I'm trying to work.
If somebody walked up to you and asked you, was my husband getting paid? I would not care. I don't care.
But you know me, that's not any of your business.
But I don't care.
But you know, my eyes don't line up and I'm not messy like that. So they be like, we probably shouldn't ask her that.
Yeah, they're not gonna ask Miss Val them kind of questions. But you're not gonna be walking around telling my husband's business to begin with.
I wouldn't.
The door wouldn't be open for somebody like
for anybody to come ask me some personal business.
Exactly. But if they did, I genuinely would not care. I don't care. I
care. I'm an old Black woman, and you don't come and get in people's ransoms.
If I'm paying my husband, or if I'm not paying my husband, that's an arrangement between me and my husband. And if you want to know, okay, whatever. It's not going to change the way I'm doing things.
Not in the least. Not in the least.
It's not that deep to me, but it made Candace mad, so whatever.
Yeah, because it's really an inappropriate question. And if you're a friend and you want to know that, you ask your friend.
But these shows, nobody has boundaries. Everything they do.
No, there's no boundaries. That's why we watch them. It's foolishness and mayhem.
That's what I'm saying. Everything they do and say on
ask me that.
It's fully inappropriate. So for
if I answered at all, it would be to go ask Kay.
And then I'd be like, yeah, girl, I'm paying them. And anyway, we're going to do this. Like it's not that deep, but whatever. So anyway, they ducked off in the room and they talking, and Wendy about to tell this woman's life story, and that's odd to me. And then Mia comes in.
She feels compassion and she wants Candace to stop.
Candace, number one, already knows about this girl mama, which is why she keeps digging at this girl's mama. Second of all, your compassion may not transfer over to Candace, and it definitely won't. You could tell.
I mean, culturally, they're different. Well, I don't know. Candace, and she said something in the show that's true. A lot of the Nigerian rules do apply in the American South. They do. Certain stuff you don't roll up on old folks. Talking about how old are you? Somebody asked me how old are you and I ain't told you. Problem. But certain stuff you just don't do. Especially on the first day you meet somebody. It's inappropriate.
Okay. Anyway, because you done jumped into a whole nother, well, nobody talking about that, but okay. Anyway, so Mia walks into the room and she's giving, hey girls, y'all talking about me? And they like, yeah, which I love.
And I appreciated that.
Because I'm very much yeah, girl, this is what I said. I'm very much that type of girl.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't say it ducked off nowhere. I say it right in your face. Come on over here. Let me talk about you. Very much.
That way I don't have to remember what I said or nothing like that.
Well, I don't have to remember what I said because I know what I said. I'm not going to forget.
I ain't got to repeat and repeat.
The trait that Mia has is she forgets. because G told her to shut up. They said, when G told you to shut up, she was like, did he? I guess. Like, it was like 10 minutes ago. You remember?
His lips still bleed.
Anyway, it was weird the way that conversation went.
She was very aloof when it comes to him. She's very aloof. You notice that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, she trying to be a white woman because he like white women.
Well, she did say he liked white women.
And he talking about where the white women in and hump in the air. Just disgusting. Genuinely disgusting.
Not bad enough that you did it, but you wouldn't do it in front of me. Not it go well. Just certain stuff just ain't gonna go well.
All of it is terrible. But anyway, so she don't remember being told to shut up. But they like, y'all talk like that? And she like, yeah, what's wrong with that? And everybody's like, well, I don't like it. And she's like, well, I'm fine. That would have been enough for me.
Right. That's your house.
Yeah, that's how y'all talk. Okay, cool, cute. Couldn't
that's
be
your house. Couldn't be me.
But if that's what y'all want to do you?
Gave you the high brow, put extra a shake of salt in your food. You had to put pressure.
Do you remember what transpired to make them start having another argument in this moment? Because I don't. I just remember at some point, Skylar and Candace were eating her up. And they started talking about her big hands and feet. Well, Candace.
Well, and see, that's Candace. Candace will lose the point to shade you. What her feet got to do with anything?
Because, and you may not rock with me on this because, as you say, you're from a different generation. Everything Candace says about Mia is transphobic. Not saying that Mia is transgender, but her calling out features that are not quote unquote, typically feminine and delicate, talking about her size 14 feet, and her big old hands, how she's a big girl and called her handsome on Twitter and all of that. Every bit of that.
She called her handsome on Twitter?
She did.
Ouch.
She did. And it's just very transphobic. Candace has a history of being homophobic online. And of course, a lot of homophobia, falls under transphobia as well.
Right.
People just, for some reason, combine those two things. Candace has been on Twitter saying, years ago saying that she don't like queenie men, and she don't like men that act like women and blah, blah, blah. And then she turns around and sees this woman with these giant features and she says these things. And for some reason, she's triggered by quote unquote big women. It's transphobia. She don't like transgender women. And that spills over into her reads. And it's weird. Because number one, as far as we know, nobody on the show is transgender.
Right.
As far as we know. Mia has not come out as transgender. And if she does, she's still Mia. So it's weird to me that Candace has these particular reads about this particular person because it's nasty. I feel like Candace does research and tries to cut in a way that is actually detrimental to people's mental well-being.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I can't do Candace. That's like, because your mama, you are aware of how psyches work.
Right. And that she's out, referring people.
Right. You need to go to therapy.
Yeah.
Baby,
you need therapy because everything you say is too much.
She's terrible. Phew.
Is it group therapy or what? We can start individual, then we do group. What is happening?
Because she went to therapy with her mama not too long ago. We saw them go to therapy one time, and that was that on that. I want some follow up.
Okay.
Giselle needs to follow up too. We saw her go to therapy a couple times when she was breaking up with Sherman. We need some follow up.
Right.
Go back to therapy, Robin. We need to see you in therapy. Period. Ashley, therapy. I feel like Wendy goes to therapy. But if not, find yourself a therapist.
And hurry.
Quickly. And take your husbands too. But yeah, they're doing all of this arguing, and Mia gets a phone call and she's talking about, this is one of my rich, successful friends. And she calls the girls bees. But Skylar didn't like that. They called out Mia for being classist. I believe that Mia is classist. Because when they pulled up, they talking about, where's the valet? This is not the first time we've seen Mia say, where's the valet? When they went to the guy.
I'm not carrying anything. It's your stuff.
Well, listen. My husband wouldn't have to carry my bags, but that's just,
Right. But he no better than you. On that one.
He's trifling as well. But when they went to the goddess party, I think she asked for ballet. When they were at the music video, she definitely asked for ballet. Like, girl, you realize now that there's a pattern of no valet. When they were at the petty and particular party that them helpers had, the reasonably shady party, she was asking, where's the valet? Obviously, Bravo is not providing you with valet. So stop asking for it and park your own car.
Okay, and get your bag on in here and sit in.
You rich, hire you somebody to ride with y'all or drive y'all and park your car and take your bags in.
Right, and have them come pick you up when it's time to go.
Period.
I'm sure they got a hotel in Chesapeake. Just go and pay for them a room and they'll be on your beck and call.
Period. Because y'all got money. So what's the problem?
There's a way to get it done.
Dangling your keys talking about where's the valet. It's ugly. And it is classist. Anyway, so where was a child? They arguing, I don't know.
As usual. They argued a lot.
All they do is argue. Mia goes down, stairs. She on the phone. She steps out of the area. At some point, they get back together. A scholar says she don't like how Mia called them the B word. Mia don't remember calling them the B word, and in fact says she never did. And that's one thing about me that I don't do. If I don't remember doing something, but it's in my character to do, I'd be like, yeah, girl, I probably said
I might have done that.
Probably did, as a matter of fact. Not even might have. I probably did. And for that,
the likelihood is high.
Very high. And it's very likely that I said that to you, and I'm sorry. You weren't a part of my beef, and I brought you into it, or whatever. But me, it'd just be like, nope, never said it. We got her on camera several times saying, I never said that. Now, Mia, look like you got a little line deep. It looked like she got a light on.
Like.
We just need to introduce her to my grandma.
She'll get it out. We got somebody for you.
Because she just said certain things she be making up.
I remember why I don't lie today. I think I remember my last lie whooping.
Introduce me to my grandmother because it's situated.
Oh yeah, she gonna get that out.
What else happened in the episode? Ashley and Karen finally get there.
Right.
And Karen don't be a part of the foolishness. She just be trying to go along and enjoy the trips.
Yeah, and sometimes I think she goes along a little too much. I understand what she's trying to, try to keep some unity and bond of peace and everything, but sometimes she'd be like, No, don't agree with that.
Yeah, she does have some questionable agreeances that she does.
Yep.
I don't know. But whatever. She got her own opinions. That's fine.
And I wonder some days, does she have her own opinion, or is she just trying to make the person at hand happy?
Interesting. I'll be watching for that.
You check it out. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, I'll delve into that. I love a good delve.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Ashley and Karen are here. At some point, Mia and Candace are down in the kitchen again, arguing because Mia was talking to, I think it was Wendy, and said that Candace is mean. And Candace said, well, I'm standing right here. And if you're going to talk about me, you may as well invite me into the conversation. No, baby.
You invited yourself in. What did he do that for?
That's not how conversations work. If you were welcome to be a part of the conversation, you would have already been a part of the conversation. Just because your proximity to the conversation in your mind means that you need to be a part of the conversation. That's not the truth. That's not the truth. So anyway, now they back arguing. At some point, for the third time, because when they were arguing upstairs, Mia said something about the girl mama. Candace said something about Mia's mama again. Now we downstairs. Candace says something about Mia's mama again.
She throwing letters or whatever.
And she throws a little piece of lettuce. And it's just there's no way that Candace don't know about this girl's mama. And even if she did not know about this girl's mama, when they were upstairs, Wendy started to say something about her mama, which would lead you to believe that speaking on this girl's mama is not the right thing to do.
Probably a problem.
And she kept doing it.
And I've seen, like, after Monique liked the guy, I thought I'd be a little scared of to be so pop-offish.
And that's what I think her issue is. I think she want to get jumped again so she can ball up that little piece of paper in a triangle and dip it in the corner of her eye and cry and be like, everybody beats me up on this show. They beat you up.
Your mouth writes checks that your butt can't cash.
Period. Because let me tell you, I would have whooped Candace by now.
Oh, yeah, she would have got whooped. And she little. She's like a chihuahua. She's just hollering and screaming and jumping at people. She's like, around my ankle. Stop it.
Especially, and you talk about how big Mia is. And ain't nobody scared of your size 14 shoe. You should be.
Because if she decides to come and swat you, you might.
You'd be like Ray and the Princess and the Frog.
Okay.
Deceased. They didn't have to kill Ray. That was so rude.
That was not nice.
But yeah, so it basically ends with them throwing salad at one another. Candace throws a piece of salad. Mia did not see Candace throw the salad, but then Mia throws a handful of salad. Now they throwing salad. And I'm like, dang, what if the folks wanted to eat the salad?
Folk could be hungry. There are people starving, just probably right on the Chesapeake Bay corner.
These women have traveled, they drinking. You need something on your stomach. Y'all throwing this salad. Terrible. Terrible. If Giselle was there, she wouldn't have had it because Giselle don't play about food.
One of those after shows I was watching talking about, no matter what go on, there will be eating. And everybody was like, ain't nobody gonna stop my eating. It's on the same page with me.
Period. Like Shawnee O'Neal, they'd be fist fighting and Shawnee got her some chips.
That girl tickles me so bad with that.
She be eating down.
She be like watching TV, her eyes be lit up.
Anyway, yeah, so they fighting. At some point, Candace says something about Mia's mama again, and Karen and Ashley jump in the middle of it and like, hey, don't do that. And that's how I know Candace knows about this girl's mama.
Because too many people have tried to stop her, even if they haven't said the whole thing. They've said her enough. There must be something up about this girl's mama.
Right.
It's clues. We went to
But
college.
she already know about this girl mama. I promise you she does. I'm willing to bet money that she knew about this girl's mama. The moment they met, Candace had somebody look into Mia's personal life and history. I believe that
I wouldn't
whole.
be surprised.
I believe that because you don't just first of all, Candace don't say nothing about folks' mama.
No, that hadn't been a thing.
Candace has argued with
What,
everybody.
3 seasons? 4 seasons?
About 3.
Mm-hmm.
Candace has argued with everybody. Ain't said nothing about nobody's mama.
All this time, everybody's mama was safe until now.
Ain't nobody said nothing about Monique's mama-in-law, who's worth talking about.
She was worth a conversation.
And she done fought with all these people, ain't said nothing about no mamas. And then here we go. She know about the girl mama.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you.
She knows. Because one thing about it, you don't say folks mama if you don't know they mama. Because folks mama could be dead. You don't know. Like, you don't just say your mama to somebody. Generally. I think as an adult.
You kids and you're playing the dozens, and usually you know the other person's mama, and it's a straight joke, and everybody knows it.
See, I didn't go with that.
But you know, you got to be real. You got to be pretty cool with them to do a your mama joke, because it's got to be totally understood that I don't mean your mama like for real.
I could literally every
come
time.
up talking about your mama. They mean your mama for real, and you need to cut them.
I took it literally every time, and I beat up everybody that's ever said your mama.
Yeah, you and your pop, y'all. Lord Jesus.
I beat up somebody right now, and you can help me.
And I'm gonna tell you the same thing that Pop's mama told him in kindergarten. They don't know me, baby.
You say that to me. I don't care.
I don't remember what I said to you, girl. It's been so long. You's grown up. I don't know what I said.
It's the principle that you think you can disrespect both me and my mom. It's like the time I cussed out your boss.
Yeah.
It's the very same
thing. Get you for that. I couldn't even get you for that.
No, because I told you I was going to do it, and I asked him to bring her to me, and he did. I believe it.
That girl she was out there. She was out there, and I asked Jesus not to let me hurt her because I have a daughter to raise. I talked to the Lord, and I did not hurt her.
And I talked to the Lord and said, bring her unto me. I'm going to cuss her out, Jesus. And he brought her right to me.
And she's been blocked off my Facebook for at least 10 years, ain't it? It's been 10 years. Right?
Yeah, about 10 years. Look, less.
Well, less than 10. Yeah, she's been blocked ever since.
If I see her today, I'll cuss her out.
Honey, I just don't have any business. I'll speak to her, but I have nothing for her.
I'll speak to her too, to cuss her out.
You, little girl.
Just like I would speak every time I saw Candace, I'd be cussing her out if I was me.
She the one suffering.
I told that lady I was gonna break.
What's happening with that girl? But I know she did suffer, huh?
I told her I was gonna break into her house and kill her.
I'm glad that you don't have that in your real spirit and you were just angry.
No, I had that in my real spirit.
Because I want to see my daughter at my house, at her house, at the movies. You know, I want to fellowship with you outside of the the bricks and the chains and the bars and stuff.
No, because she tried my mama. And so
she did. And I passed the test. I did not hurt her. I didn't call nobody who is friends of mine to hurt her. I
was gonna do it.
Yeah, because I still have friends from the street.
Yeah, I followed her around that store, cussing her to and fro.
I did call a senator though.
Good.
Looking to get her put out her position.
As you should.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, I would do the very same to Candace if she said something about my mom. And my mom ain't never did a drug in her life.
I had some migraine medicine this morning.
You're not a drug addict.
Probably not. Just ibuprofen. Marginally.
Story short, Candace knew about that girl's mama.
Yeah, because I mean, she just kept digging and digging.
But if you even go back to when she explained to her husband what she said, Chris's reaction to she said that girl's mama was very much, we already know what's going on with her mama. Because he was like, oh, I wonder why she would react that way. Because
things are, to me, kind of, I don't know.
they raggedy. They're so raggedy. Anyway, that's all I got for this episode. You got any other thoughts?
Well, I don't have to fight with anybody. Just watch that once a week and I'll be tired of fighting. And I won't fight with anybody after that because I'll be tired. So, I don't know. Them girls, I don't know if they'll ever get together in one episode and just be cute and enjoy an event or enjoy a fellowship. I don't know. They may reprobate mind as it relates to one another.
I can tell you that they will not ever get together and just be cute.
Because there are people who like the fight. Now, it make me tired. I could, my husband, she watches, telling people, she watches reality TV. I watch Potomac.
One reality TV. Very same. I only watch one. It's all I can do.
Unless you're talking about morning television.
No.
That's it. It's
I
enough.
may go back and watch.
Enough.
I may go back and watch the Anna Nicole Smith show or something. A little more lighthearted.
What did I watch? I watched
Simple Life.
Yeah, I watched Simple Life because it was a novelty then. I watched when the Divas, R&B Divas. We watched that.
That was fine.
Price has been found and everything. I don't know.
R&B Divas was a mess.
It was good because we still fans of Shantae more.
She was a mess too. She was
a mess. I'm not gonna say it.
But I've always
because they wasn't gonna play it if it wasn't a mess. When she's probably being regular and normal and stuff, they don't show that.
Anyway, yeah, that's it for the episode. Episode 13, season 6. They fall. They fall from the beginning to the end. 365 days of the year. It's the same old love. Mm-hmm. Same old love. Okay, hey.
Right there.
Anyway,
I can do the low notes.
I'm turning off the recording because we ain't talking about it no more. It's enough. Enough is enough.
Like, subscribe, send money.
Yes. Comment.
Yeah. If you need, inbox me if you want to know my money address.
Mine is already in the description.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, I'm gonna have to send you mine too. Petty money.
Yeah, that's right. You better claim your throne as petty.
Oh, excuse me. That's right. They're gonna send it to you.
Yeah.
I'm particular.
You not. Knows the truth.
I have no words. I guess I need to get ready. I got a client coming now. I just got a text message. So I got it.
Okay, girl. Enough with them peace signs. Put them down. We've had enough of that. Goodbye. Put them down.